side of the issue you are on, abortion is generally an elective procedure, okay? So if you think that, you're sitting on this and you're thinking, gosh, we may be radicals out here talking about all of these things, I want you to come down to a culture of life versus a culture of death. And I'm afraid, friends, that's where we're headed. Because if we suddenly start to say that everyone has a right to government-paid for abortion, what's next, my friends? What I see is a government who does not value everybody's life in the same manner. And you can see that by looking at the president's top healthcare and science advisors. They were actively writers in the 1970s on how certain life years meant more than other life years. That's very scary. That's called eugenics. You can look, I did try to read some of the healthcare bill, I really am. I have a nurse of mine who's battling insomnia. I said, baby, you should try to read the healthcare bill at night. God bless her. But on page 425, it says that every Medicare patient, okay, and don't worry, you guys are all going to pay premiums for this Medicare. It's not like you're going to get it completely free. They say it's going to be free, but it's not going to be completely free. It's going to cost all of us and probably cost us more than what we're paying now. But on page 425, it says that every Medicare patient is going to have to spend one session with me every 5 years to talk about their end-of-life care program. Now, while end-of-life is a definite important decision-making time, it should be spent with your loved ones. I encourage each one of you to get a durable power of attorney for health. That means somebody you love and trust who knows what all of your wishes would be. Because unfortunately, this new government plan would want you to talk to a healthcare provider, whoever that may be for you. It may be your current doctor, it may be somebody that they've chosen for you, that it has to be documented. So there you go, some more paperwork. Documented that you've gone over all of these discussion points, and it names them all, particular discussion points, about exactly what you have to have documented. That means I have to use your precious time to talk about something you may not want to talk about with me. And what that also means is they're also drawing out even more decisions from you, okay? For example, do you want to be fed and watered at the end of your life? Now I know while at some point you're thinking, well, what does that have to do with me right yet? Here am I. But what I'm saying is food and water was never meant to be an option, okay? Food and water is something that's important to every sustainable life. Right. Don't get me wrong, there are times at the end of life when your body cannot tolerate any food or water, and food or water can become a burden to you. But that is a decision made case by case by case at the bedside of that patient, not by your government. And at the end here, I'm going to show how radical I really am. I talked a little bit about the option of government-funded abortion. And guys, unfortunately, they aren't taking that away. They've tried to say, well, we're going to make a few amendments where it really wouldn't be funded by the government, so then maybe it's acceptable. That's not true. But I want to say to you, no matter what side of the issue you're on, if suddenly we have government-funded abortion, what would come next? There's a lot of governments out there who are already forcing abortion, forcing sterilization, and enforcing family size. This is a culture war, not just between taxes and healthcare. It's a culture war between a culture of life and death.